All right, what's happening, everyone? It's me, Troi, and I'm here with the video, of course, because you just clicked on it. So it's rather late, but I said let me get this all together and come talk to you guys about a couple of things that are going on. Nothing major. I ain't like the school principal or nothing. I wish I was. No, I don't. No, I don't. Cause kids, I'd be like, child, be popping with Zoloft or whatever them kind of pills people be having. But I love children though. It's nothing major, but I just want to talk and share, where I'm at with March Mystery Madness, because you guys will be getting all the announcement videos, and then I want to share 3 new series or continuation of series by Black women authors in the mystery field, because that's what I generally give. And I don't care. That's what I'm gonna do, whether you like it or not. Okay, so listen, first we gotta make something clear that hashtag Read So Lit is still occurring. That, as well as the hashtag Blackathon, is still occurring. Both of those are in conference with the subject of Black History Month, which is still a year-round thing. But nonetheless, I'll put a link to Dee Dee's channel down below as it regards Read So Lit hashtag, and Jessie at Bowties Books as it concerns Blackathon. I didn't really have to say that because I think that those are so popular and so known that I don't know. Sometimes you have to kind of think, well, maybe, or I think that maybe there's some people who may watch my videos don't necessarily know about, people who are new in this area, or people who just don't know about what other things or options, read along options that are going along. So yeah, I'll put that out there and put a link down to that below. So the major thing is that March Mystery Madness is here. Unfortunately, I am not going to be a host when it comes to March Mystery Madness this year. I say that because one of the driving forces for me making this video is because I've seen a number of people who have subscribed, and I like to be kind of transparent. So no, I'm not hosting March Mystery Madness this year. Honestly, it's a new time. It's a new age for me, a new time, a new era. And that's not to say I would never not host it again or anything like that. But, I really don't think that I'm much of a host. I'm not much of a host or even a booktuber person. I think it's like everybody else do a much better job at it than I. But no, it's just a different time for me right now. A lot of personal stuff has kind of robbed me of the enthusiasm to come up here, the energy to come up here as regularly as I used to, and that's been a continuation over the years. Although I am combating that a lot more, and things are turning around really well for me lately. Like, this has already been a rather productive week, but I'm not going to be hosting March Mystery Madness. Reflecting on it, it's like I'm still amazed at how well it's going year after year, because I remember like almost 9 years ago, I didn't have an audience for real. I know I had less than 100 subscribers, and I was just making this video where I collected and compounded a collection of books in the mystery field that either I want to continue the series of or want to introduce myself to. And I said I'm gonna make it a focus to read them all within the month of March, and I labeled that video March Mystery Madness. That's generally how I always operated and moved on here, with just the singular purpose of sharing where I am in my reading spirit and my reading life with those, and hoping to connect both on a reciprocal level in terms of what I feel about this book and we're sharing it, or on a level where we can engage in different opinions. But I just found it amazing that March Mystery Madness is still going on. Like, it wasn't even a hashtag when I started it, I don't think, but it wasn't even a movement. It wasn't even a thing back then. I was just doing me. But it was Elizabeth who took over and sort of transformed it into, this read along that happens every year in the month of March. So kudos to her. I am eternally grateful to her for that. And it's one of those things where it kind of makes me feel like, oh, I left just enough of a mark in my presence here, no matter how unusual and misunderstood I have consistently been. So that's still great. I'm still appreciative of that, and it just makes me want to continue to say, I'm grateful for those who have walked with me through this journey, these past 10 years. Some of the people I still from my pre-era, everybody has that one first year, what I'm saying, where there's nothing going on, and on forth from there. The people who have come, the people who have gone, the people we shared books with, some of the things I've discovered. I mean, it's what made coming online and doing this worthwhile. And I definitely want to give some credit to the people who have defended me before. Oh my God, like I really got to get into that, because I've had some people come in the comments and straighten some people out before I even got to them. Okay, so that I gotta give it to, because it could be kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. I know that's for sure. But, it really is a blessing. Being on here this long really is a blessing. I was just thinking the other day, like, man, like I put in a lot of time and hours and work making videos, from my terrible videos to my much better ones. It's just cannot believe it. And I said I probably better gear myself up to go another more 10 years, as soon as I get over this old rough patch going on in terms of life. But it's getting good. It's getting good. Believe me, it's getting good. So yeah, not hosting March Mystery Madness. Internally grateful to everybody who has joined me throughout the years. And you can check out a number of different videos that I have in my library here, and additionally more content on my blog where I share my thoughts about books. And I love connecting and chatting with people and getting recommendations along the way. So that's out the way. So no March Mystery Madness for me, but I'm eternally grateful. I want to do like those blow kisses, but I'm not going to do that. I gotta let that go 9 years ago. Okay. So now I want to share three black women mystery writers and their either new series or the continuations of some of their series. Because this is what I give. It's been what I've given since day one. So the first one is Tracy Clark came out with her new book, Hide, back in the early part of the year. The interesting thing about this is that this is the introduction to an entirely new series with a new publisher, as far as I'm understanding. Tracy Clark is primarily known for her Cass Rain-Ass mystery series. Now, Cass is a series featuring a female private investigator, or a woman private investigator based in Chicago. Clark is switching it up here and giving us a thriller, a police procedural thriller in the form of Harriet Foster in Chicago, likewise. In this particular case, or this introduction of our main protagonist, she's, I believe, if I get the synopsis right, she's in the middle of dealing with some grief in regards to her former partner who was killed or died. And during that, she's also adjusting to her new partner. Now, while all this is going on, a serial killer is on the loose, a psycho on the loose on the streets of Chicago, targeting women with red hair. Now, I think that what I got from the synopsis, because I try not to read from it on screen as much as I can, is that he uses a lipstick as sort of a signature or a calling card, or, what's the right word? We'll just keep it at a signature of sense on the victims. And that's where kind of like the impetus for all the psychological drama to come in. What is the lipstick? Is it related to mommy issues or girlfriend issues? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we get to really dive into that. So this is a new series from the author Tracy Clark. Can't wait to read it. But like I said, we have books everywhere. We got books everywhere, child, books everywhere. And the interesting thing is that before the end of the year, the second book will be coming out in, I think, around December. So not a long wait, but child, we can wait. We don't need any more years to be rushing by. All right. So next I got Against the Current by Olivia Matthews. Check that cover out. I think this cover is banging. It's a banging cover. Not only is it banging, but it's also bold. And I was at Barnes & Noble a couple of days ago and just browsing around, even though I pre-ordered this on Amazon, and I said they had it front facing. This book was front facing. I was tripping. I said, you better do it, Barnes and Noble. You better do it. Whoever you got on staff, give them a raise because they did the right thing. Against the current, well, first, Olivia Matthews this is a pseudonym for the author Patricia Sargent, but she wrote another series consisting of 3 books underneath Olivia Matthews. It was the Sister Lou series, which I spoke about a couple of years ago. Now, I absolutely love the Sister Lou series. I actually have individual videos speaking about the 3 books in that series. And it's nice that Olivia Matthews is back with another cozy in the form of, I think, some rather bold moves. And I say that because this is a Caribbean themed cozy, which features some references to Caribbean culture. And on top of that, it takes place where? In Brooklyn. Okay? She's doing it. So we're not doing the small town thoroughfare. We're not doing the Cupcake Irish Bakery. We're doing something different. All right? We're doing something different. And I feel like that Olivia Matthews is coming for the girls this season. And she's got my full support on that. That aside, the synopsis is pretty much par for the course when it comes to cozies, especially culinary cozies. It has to do with this woman named Lindsay Murray, who is opening up this bakery in the Brooklyn area with her family. Unfortunately for her and her family, there is a competitor, or what he has deemed himself or them as a competitor, down the street. His name is Claudio. Claudio ends up being murdered, and then of course the spotlight of suspicions fall upon Lindsay Murray as well as her family. So it becomes her job to lift the veil on who was the actual culprit of the murder and then clear her and her family's name. It's pretty simple stuff. We've seen it time and time again when it comes to cozy mysteries, but it's just that there's a lot of flavor. Let me get my robe, girl. Let me get my robe. It's just a lot of flavor in here, and I'm hoping that it delivers. And what's equally promising is that the follow-up book comes out, I think, before the end of the summer. So, child, some people are signing some contracts out here, and I'm like, get your money. Get your money. I'm with you on that. So the last book I want to share is Double the Lies by Patricia Raybon. Beautiful cover, as always. Loves it. Loves it. Patricia Raybon. Now, you know, she had a book that came out a couple of years ago called All Her Little Secrets. Or let me see. All That Is Secret. I'm sorry. You know, I did an individual video talking about it. Had a lot of issues with it. Child, I told y'all I don't play no Laffy Taffy games about these books now. Like, I done spent my money and my time, and I got something to say. I'm gonna say it. But I still saw a lot of things that I enjoyed about that book that made me want to make sure that I came and pick up the second book, and I pre-ordered it and got it. So this is Double the Lies. Patricia Raybon is back, as well as her main protagonist, Annalise Spain. Now, in this book, given that the series takes place in the 1920s, 1924 to be exact, Annalise Spain is getting married to the man she was introduced to in the first book. His name is Blake, and he's a pastor, right? So she gives him a handkerchief. It is it's very unique. It's very assuredly her style. It's one of a kind, but the unfortunate circumstances find her and Blake being sort of viewed as murderers, because the handkerchief falls upon or is found upon the body of a man, and somehow his wife is involved. But the twist is that Blake, Annalise's husband or upcoming husband, has gone missing, which of course makes the police department think that he is guilty of the crime. So there's the handkerchief, there's Blake gone missing, and there's the widow. The stakes involved is that Annalise has to not only clear her and Blake's name, but she has to do it quickly. Now think about it. This is 1924. Who do you think, in Colorado, I believe, who do you think is running the police department, and how quickly do this clan do you think that they want to get their hands on Annalise and put her in jail, and probably something much more nefarious? That's where Double the Lies comes in. cannot wait to read it. It's just like all the freaking books in this room I gotta get to. Child, I need to go take me some magnesium or something to calm me down, because these books, they crushing me at this point. But I'm glad she's back. Patricia Raybon is back with a new book, and that settles for the 3 Black women writing mysteries who are all out right now. 2 new series by familiar authors and a follow-up by a familiar author. But anyway, guys, that is it. Look, y'all see my knee? That's how late it is. Anyway, guys, that is it. I just want to share that with everyone. And I hope y'all have a good March Mystery Madness, a good Blackathon, a good Read So Lit. Oh, I forgot to mention. You probably seen it right there. But I do have my copy of Encore in Death by J.D. Robb, which came out last Tuesday. I started to try to read it, but I'm only 4 pages in it, because my mind just won't let me be. Actually, this may be applied to the J.D. Robb readers out there, but you know, as all of my years reading J.D. Robb, I used to always go to message boards or reviews, and there was always people who had like a problem with a certain bracket of books. Like you could say, like maybe book 20 to 23, they feel like it's somebody else writing the books. That's their main complaint. I'm starting to see that now. Not that I think that's the case, but something is off about Encore in Death. I didn't like the last book as well either. And generally, these books, they contain the same amount of stuff that, like, they're super formulaic, that they just tasty treats. But look like these treats that somebody didn't put the refresher in the thing. I don't know what's going on. So I'll have to dig in some more into Encore in Death when I can get the juice to do it. But anyway, it'll eventually get read. So that is it. Bye bye. What am I gonna do? Oh, I should have showed. Okay, bye.